Now, Paris is hosting a meeting of defense ministers from Germany, Italy, Poland and Britain. The meeting this Wednesday will also include representatives from the European Union and NATO. Today's discussions will focus on security guarantees for Kyiv. For more on this story, we can go across to France 24's James Andre standing by. James, what's going to be discussed at this meeting today?
Well, the main topics at this meeting, and the ministers have arrived. We saw Sébastien Lecornu welcome his counterparts from the UK, Germany, Poland, and Italy here at the Val de Grâce in Paris. Now, the main topic of the first part of this meeting is going to be Ukraine. What kind of security guarantees can these partners bring to the table? France and the UK have already said that they would consider sending soldiers on the ground. That is not the case when it comes to Germany, for example, or Poland. Poland is quite weary of the concept of sending NATO soldiers into Ukraine. The country indeed has said up to now that it believes that could be considered a provocation by Russia. Of course, all this framework is changing very, very rapidly with, as we just saw, these talks in Jeddah and the potential answer from Moscow. Then there's going to be a second part to this meeting. This is going to be about beefing up European defense with a series of investments that are being discussed. As you know, Ursula von der Leyen talked about 800 billion euros worth of military investment, potential military investment. And of course, well, it needs to be discussed what will be, purchased and produced and what kind of industrial infrastructure can be created here in Europe in order to produce weapons. Now, the French Minister, Sébastien Lecornu, has already spoken about what he sees as to be the main axis, that is drones, robotics, but also artificial intelligence, electronic countermeasures, and basically, advanced warfare, for example, investing into a space defense system and surveillance systems. So these are the two main topics that are going to be discussed, Ukraine and indeed the future of European defense that indeed has been jump-started in a sense with this conflict in Ukraine, and the fact that, of course, the United States are progressively reducing their cooperation with Europe at this stage.
So, James, what are we expected to come out of this gathering here in Paris today?
Well, we're going to have a press conference later on where we'll probably know more about what decisions have been made. This is a format which is very much European with, of course, the United Kingdom at the table. As you know, France and the UK are the two nuclear powers here on the European continent. This is why it's so important to have cooperation between these two countries that are at this time, in a sense, taking the leadership when it comes to these new moves as far as creating this European defense. Of course, Germany is very important as well. France has roughly 200,000 soldiers. Germany has 180. Poland has a little over 200,000. The UK has 70,000. So what we have here are, I'd say, the main European armies. I mean, Italy's got 165,000. So we have the most powerful European armies sitting at a table here in Paris at such a crucial time, and we can expect, at least some constructive discussions and maybe steps forward towards a new European security and defense architecture.
James, thank you very much for that. James Andre reporting there for us.